Our next roaster is 10th in the lineup tonight. Ironically, that's the same place in the lineup that he spent majority of his NBA career. Please don't kill me, Joe. That was Sully. But as I throw that joke out there, Joe can always come up and smack me in the face with a gold medal from the Olympics, an NBA championship ring, and some of the best barbecue you'll find in Central Arkansas. Please give it up for Big Joe from Slater Mo, Joe Kleine.
Freakish people up here on this stage. I knew him, and by the way, it's 35. But I knew him just as long as Wally. 1981, Baz and I come to Arkansas from two totally different backgrounds. I transferred in from Notre Dame. Baz came in from the Panama City Paul Mitchell School of Beauty. And Matt, I'm so glad you brought up the fashion. I mean, trendsetter. Back in 1981, first, I'm Slater, Missouri, jeans and struggling. And I see this guy come walking down the hall. Tight, skinny jeans. Before there was such a thing as skinny jeans. Okay? These suckers are tight. And I'm like, all right. Big roses on the back of these things. Not that I was looking, but there were just two big old roses on the back of this thing. And the thing that was unbelievable to me, he had my name on the back of his jeans. And I was like, man, this guy has got it going on. And then, the bright, tight T-shirt, and then he puts on this jacket. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, holy cow, this guy really is something else. He's got a jacket that says members only. Members only. I was like, man, I hope someday I can be one of them members. And then he just coolly walks by, hops in his red RX-7, slams in a little Bee Gees, drives off down the way. And then on the cosmetic, way before his time. We're all talking. He was whitening his teeth in 1981. In 1981. Now, it was with Clorox and a towel in the bathroom. One at a time, but he got it done. Botox. Some nights you knock on his door late, okay, and he has saran wrap. And he'd come to the door with some saran wrap on, smelling like Clorox. And then you'd glance over there and he'd moved his bed out and there was a tanning bed in there and you're kind of like, okay, man, whatever. And then we lived in Wilson Sharp, okay, and this is back in the day where we had it was David's favorite room. It was the public bathroom. And the reason why David loved the public bathroom, they had some big-ass mirrors in there. You had mirrors going all the way down this side and had them coming all the way back down this side. And David would be in there with his jeans and his members-only jacket on, and he'd start walking around this way for about 5 minutes, and then he'd stop, and he'd walk back, and I was like, David, what are you doing? He's like, just trying to see how I look over my left shoulder. But I also wanted to make sure I was looking good over the right shoulder, too. And let me tell you something else. I thought he was the cleanest human being in the world because he'd stay in the shower, and they were public showers. And he would be in there for a long time. got a little uncomfortable sometimes. Especially when you noticed he had no tan lines. Not that I was looking. But then after college, he was going to go into acting. And he landed the part for Rocky and Rambo, but refused to take them because there wasn't enough shirtless scenes in them. Did modeling, too much fabric, not enough mirrors. Was drafted and was going to go to an NBA camp. I didn't know that you guys knew this. And I was talking to him about it. He's like, yeah, I'm fired up. Never transpired. And I was like, David, what happened? He goes, well, they've taken away the tighty-whitey shorts, and they're wearing these long things, and they've taken away the shirts, and even some of those guys are now wearing T-shirts under their shirts, and I'm not going to do anything with that. And then he landed at the Buzz. And I remember them talking to him and said, we're going to hire David Basil because he doesn't know what the word fearless means. Little did they know he doesn't know much of what any words mean. And then they looked at him and they said, but we love him. He speaks his mind. And that's where the phrase dead air came from. It's also been an honor to be up here with Humphrey Bogart. I thought he was dead. But again, I want to take time. I've known David a long time, and does so much for the state. And this state means as much to me. We both call ourselves Arkansan now, and to see what he's done for every charity, there isn't a charity that he hasn't turned down. There's not a cause that he hasn't stood behind. And those are the things that we know about. There's so many things that he does that nobody knows about. I'm glad to call him my friend. I'm glad he's a Razorback, and you can wear my name on your ass anytime you want.
Big Joe from Slater Mo.